The agenda ball toss is a wonderful way to explain to the boys what we're actually going to be covering during the class period. It helps them mentally plan what they're going to be learning throughout that period. We vote with our feet. It's a great way for the boys to get up, and out of their seats, move around, to think and talk and walk at the same time while making decisions. We do brain breaks because sometimes the boys, after about 20 minutes, are going to need a little break. And sometimes our brain breaks actually have nothing to do with the subject matter we're talking about, but it gives them a chance to kind of reset their brains so that they can refocus on what we're going to be talking about next. But a couple other things that we do as a parent, some of the things I've learned from the Gurian Institute, I've also instituted in my own home, the walk and talk. When I have a serious conversation with my son, a lot of the times we will not just sit and talk about it. We'll actually get up and go for a walk. We'll walk, even if we're walking around the house or around the yard or in the neighborhood. If we have a serious conversation, we're usually walking and talking at the same time. One of the things I never actually say, or try very hard not to say, is why can't you? Especially if I'm giving multiple steps or I'm asking him to do multiple things. I always try to make it so that there's only 1 or 2 steps before he gets to the third, because chances are the third one is probably going to be forgotten and they're not going to get to it. And I almost never use the term use your words. For boys, it's very difficult for boys to explain what they're feeling a lot of the times because they don't have the capacity to use as many words as, say, their sister or other females in their families.
I think one of the more important aspects of these strategies is movement, right? And so we see it in a lot of different ways. Movement not just in the classroom or objects moving through space. You've seen a lot of ball toss review, and that can be used in a number of different ways, cross-curricular, all different subjects. There are a lot of teachers that I know, including myself and Mr. Kruska, that will take students, not just grouping in their own classrooms, but also, take advantage of the space around campus, whether it be the Technology Resource Center, around, the gym, outside, the track and field. You heard him talking about, the walk and talk. It is surprising sometimes the increase in engagement that we'll get, just from a shift in the setting and a change in the environment. And so that's something that we really are conscious of, and I've been very pleased to see a lot of my colleagues doing that as well. Student grouping can be incredibly important, no matter what course you're teaching. And so getting the type of students who, again, who don't have the same level of confidence as maybe some of their female counterparts do, in flexible seating arrangements that allow for different grouping of smaller groups, individual work, larger groups, and can facilitate, some discussion and some participation that otherwise we just might not get. I think that so many boys come into high school, not just at Crespi, but at all high schools, across the country, that really don't have the same level of confidence that a lot of female students do. And, it's about really trying to re-engineer, reverse engineer, really, that educational experience they've had up to this point. A big part of that is, of course, building rapport, but that also comes with, building confidence, praise publicly. And, of course, when there's some feedback that maybe is some constructive criticism, to do that a little more privately. There's a number of other strategies that we use at Crespi that really, I believe, wholeheartedly enhance the instruction, but also the classroom experience of the students, and hopefully that carries through to their educational experience beyond Crespi's campus.